How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy OB with a TMQ. One have a TMQ. Shout out my whip. Shout out to NFL for this playback in the background for the last game we had against the Arizona Cardinals. Shout out Charles Omenihu that we traded from the Houston Texans. DN. The 24-year-old Omenihu was 5th round pick, draft pick out of Texas in 2019. He was a starter in Houston at the beginning of the season, but has playing time has declined in recent weeks. It's not surprising that the Texans, who are mostly packing it in and quitting on the season, haven't decided to trade him. The 49ers think they have a playoff run in them, and they're hoping Omenihu can bluster their defense and help them get there. I just want to start off saying I like that we even made a trade. I'm super excited that we made a trade. I never really paid attention to Charles. There's some guy that I'm going to have to keep an eye on. But I know D4 is out. Kinlaw is out. But the question mark doesn't lie on the the D line. It lies in the DB area. We got Ward down. We have Tart down, but we had some great replacements. But at the same time, we are getting slim in that area. So having him, I guess it helps the DBs, because you need DBs to be able. You need the D line to be able to slow everything down, so that the DBs can have enough time to do what they got to do. So I'm not super mad at it, but I prefer to go after some corners. It's the last day, so I doubt that we go get corners somewhere. So it's one of those situations where it's like we missed out on situations, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm happy that we are here to continue to play the game of football. So, I'm super excited for that. But I also want to just shine a light on Trey Lance after I've watched his film over and over and over. He didn't do as bad as I thought he did. I feel like some of the plays is just rookie mistakes, errant passes, but it is what it is. But the good news, we have Jimmy coming back and playing. He did an extremely well job against these Chicago Bears. Started off a little rocky, but he came out there and did extremely well. I like what I seen in Jimmy. I like the fact that y'all are giving him the opportunity to play quarterback and the read options. I love that, because a lot of teams don't expect Jimmy to run, and I like the fact that Shanahan draws the play that even with the first one when it's supposed to be to Debo, but it was a busted play, but Jimmy decided to run and did what he had to do. I like that. That's perfect. And then he did a read option for a 5-yard touchdown as well. He threw over 300 some yards. 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jimmy, I like that. Continue being that Jimmy G. Continue being him. Continue being that. The defense played okay. I just feel like, we are struggling against a scrambling quarterback, a mobile quarterback. We did extremely well against Kyler Murray. Extremely well. I know we played them twice a year, but at the same time, it's still no difference between a scrambling quarterback and the NFC, North versus the NFC West. It doesn't matter. It's still a scrambling quarterback. We deal with them 4 times a year. Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray. But I know I've seen some on Kyler Murray's talking about high ankle sprain or ankle sprain, something like that. He could be out for a week or 3 weeks. I know he's taking time off to prepare for the game against us. But if he's there, if he's not there, we have a game plan for him. J.J. Watt is out for the season. That wasn't no surprise for me. At first, I was a guy like, hey, look at J.J. Watt. He can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. And I know D-Hop had a hamstring injury that game. I don't know how far that's going. I ain't really seen too much on that. But I'm not saying that because I'm like, oh, they keep players out, we're going to win the game. I'm just simply saying that it's toward that part of the season where a lot of players starting to get hurt. This is where you can really see what team do you have for the stretch? I'd rather have all my players go out in the beginning of the year towards the end. I don't want none of them to go out. But we have Kittle coming back. The window has opened for Kittle. He's been out for a while with that calf injury. So it's like we're getting a healthier Kittle back. We're getting a healthier Kittle back. He's been missing for like 3-4 games. Having him back changes the whole dynamic of the offense. In passing, in blocking, wherever you want to go, it changes the whole dynamic. Debo's doing what he's supposed to do. Brandon Ayuk, thank you for showing up for the Bears game. I know you've been showing up all year. All year you've been showing up. I'm not going to take anything from you. I don't know what the situation is going on in-house, but Brandon Ayuk, you're doing a fabulous job. I don't care what no one say. I had a coworker tell me he would trade Brandon Ayuk for Odell or for Calvin Ridley. And I said, you out of your mind. Odell, yeah, he could be open all day. He's not catching them. He's dropping passes. So I don't want him. I mean, he's dynamic. He is dynamic. I mean, in reality, everybody would want Odell on this team. I'm not giving Brandon Ayuk for him. And the same thing go for Ridley. I mean, dealing with his mental health issues, and I know that's something that's very serious. But, you know, it's a risk we have to take getting him. So I hope he gets healthy and gets well, because that situation is serious. But outside of that, he's a great receiver. He's a great route runner as well as Odell. But give me Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk got sure hands to me. I like how Brandon Ayuk plays. I love the way he plays. Elijah Mitchell had a great game on the ground. Great game. Sherman, I don't know what's going on with him. We'll figure that out. Well, we got Hasty. But Elijah Mitchell, he solidified himself as the #1 back for the rest of the year. He's doing extremely well. And I can't wait to see the mix of him, Raheem Mostert, and Jeff Wilson. I can't wait to see that mix. Speaking of Jeff Wilson, his window has opened. So having him back against the Cardinals would be lovely. Because he's a monster against the Cardinals for some reason. He's a monster against them. As well as Jimmy. Them two together against the Cardinals beat him every time. But having him coming back with Elijah Mitchell, that changes the whole dynamic as well. Greenlaw has a window as well. So that's another key player coming back. Or potentially coming back. We already had Kawan back, so that's perfect. Norman is showing up. He got his first pick against Chicago, but I like the way he played. A lot of it's different. I know game time situations is different, but I'm happy to have him back. I'm not having him back. Sorry, I apologize. I'm happy to have him on the team. But I love our safety action. Tart and Ward went down. We got people to replace them. They did. I didn't see no PI plays. I don't think it was a PI pass in Chicago. I don't think it was. But I'm glad we didn't see no PI plays. So these are going to be the situations where we're going to see what team we have. So this comes from NBC Sports. It's real quick. It says Kyler Murray has sprained ankle. Status for 49 Cardinals games unclear. The 49ers could be facing off against the Arizona Cardinals team without the star quarterback in Week 9 at Levi. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray sustained an ankle injury. Week loss to the Green Bay Packers, and the status for next week game against the 49ers in question. The Cardinals have not confirmed the severity of the injury, although the team's Twitter account did share the report from Fox Sports' Jay Glazer early Sunday afternoon. Murray has given the 49ers defense headache ever since he was drafted #1 overall by the Cardinals in 2019. If he does end up missing time, the matchup in Week 9 could very well favor the San Francisco. Reading says Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray sprained his ankle on the final drive of the Packers game, according to Jay Glazer. Legitimately sprained his ankle. It's like it's a 1 to 2 week injury. His mildly ankle sprain. They are hoping the extra rest allows him to not miss games. Cliff Kingsbury said at Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray ankle would be reevaluated early this week for his status. Fox, Jay Glazer, or Glazer, wherever, said that Sunday, but said Murray legitimately sprained the ankle and missed games aren't possible. So, all that being said, I'm not looking for him. I'm looking for him to be there. If he's there, I'm looking for him to be limited. With the ankle sprain, we don't really got to worry about how much he scrambled, but it's still a possibility. So the biggest thing is to focus on what we gonna focus like we gonna play. Plain and simple. Go in there and focus like we about to play Kyler Murray. Full health. We did extremely well, like I said before. We did extremely well against him. So having him there or not having him there, we are prepared to beat the Arizona Cardinals. We are prepared to beat the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to say that one more time. We are prepared to beat the Arizona Cardinals. And you know what time it is for this prediction. So with the Cardinals, right now, depending on the injuries, the way I'm looking at it, with or without Kyler Murray or anybody, I don't care. I'm looking at the score to be 24-17. That's my final score, 24-17. I got us beating them 24-17. It's going to be a great game on both sides of the ball. I think it's an opportunity for Trey Lance to come in as well. I think it's one of the situations where we bring him in. I just think that we don't use him as a typical runner. Use him as a passer. It can really change the game. Same with Jimmy. Use him as a runner. Don't use him as a passer. You know what I'm saying? Just mix it up, make them really keep them on their heels. We can have a great run attack. We didn't have Elijah Mitchell that game, so it could change the whole dynamic of it. Kittle was healthy, so that changed everything as well. Buddha, you know we here, you know we coming. So I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Like I said, there's a lot more coming to the channel. Just only football. It's more and more and more coming as well. So like I said, thank you for watching. To my new subscribers, my 50 subscribers, and my old subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, and comment. And share.
Yeah. Hey, baby, just talk to him.